And we live. Welcome back to No Filter MMA, guys. We are back. I told you guys we have some new segments coming. We're gonna do this open table, round table discussion thing where we just talk about, what I'm saying, anything that's hot right now in the MMA world. And I got some guests coming in. Brad's gonna be in. You guys know Brad. Brad's gonna be in. But we got a couple guests with us, guys, to make this thing a little bit interesting. Go ahead and introduce yourself, fellas.
Silent.
I'm Taylor.
Go ahead, Taylor.
All right, I'm Taylor from 1UPMMA.com.
And Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, you make you write articles, right?
Yeah, right. And then the director of content and blogging.
Okay. Go ahead, Brandon.
I'm Brandon May from MMA Freaks and Nick Portella, MMA.com.
And if y'all don't know who these two guys are, then you are definitely not MMA fans because these guys. Let me tell you about Taylor. Taylor writes some of the best articles, guys, that I think I've ever read. It's a little different when me looking from the side that I look at. As far as doing like podcasting to someone that does the writing portion of it, which I think that's pretty cool, man. So, and then if you guys don't know if you guys aren't a part of MMA Freaks on Facebook, then you're definitely missing out on all the action because that's where it all goes down at. So,
yeah, it's one of my favorite pages.
Absolutely, man. I'm always setting MMA Freaks on fire, man. That's the best thing to do.
BJ, you create some controversy.
Hey, man.
It's all good though.
Controversy is my middle name, man. Absolutely. So let's kick this thing off, fellas. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it brings them to life.
Absolutely. So we're gonna kick this thing off, guys. We're gonna start talking about some pretty okay. The comment section says, BJ, I can't see you. There's a point in why I can't see you. Why you can't see me? I wasn't why you ain't live, BJ. Grizzly Chewer, I am live, man. Anyways, let's get this thing going. We don't have our videos on, viewers, by the way. This is all about the talk. This ain't about the views. So y'all just fill in. But anyways, these boys want to start off talking about Darren Till versus Tyron Woodley. That is one of the biggest fights coming up. What are y'all thoughts on that? Go ahead, Brandon.
I mean, I'm a big Till fan. I think he's going to be a future in that weight or up above. But he's not ready for Woodley. Woodley's got both shoulders repaired too.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm saying, man. Like a healthy Woodley, because I think Woodley was a little the shoulder thing is kind of known. I think that's kind of why he fought kind of hesitant and didn't turn the Wonder Boy fights into like a brawl because I think I think that shoulder was bothering him, kind of like Derek Lewis with the back. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
He said the same.
I just don't
Brandon,
think.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, I just said he's same thing versus Maya.
Yeah, same thing versus Damian Maya.
I just think Till's too big.
Ooh.
I mean, Tyron fought Stephen Thompson, who's also 6 feet. But when it comes to size, Stephen Thompson's not the same size as Darren Till. If Darren Till makes weight, then I think he beats Woodley.
I think Woodley either KOs him or wrestles him to a decision.
What? No. There's no way Tyron finishes Darren Till. It's going to be a decision if he wins.
Calling it.
Okay. So tell me, Taylor. You said that you think Till wins, right?
Yeah.
How do you think? The thing with me is I'm trying to figure out a way that Till could beat Woodley because I know a way that Woodley can beat Till, and that's knockout. He can knock Darren Till out.
Yeah. I think he does the same thing he did to Stephen Thompson. I think he like blitzes in real quick, lands one or two, and then comes out. And it's going to be boring. But I think that he can get it done. But Tyron Woodley also is way good at decisions.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, that's what Till needs to do.
I mean, Till's gonna have to. He's gonna have to decisively beat Tyron Woodley in order for You know, because Tyrone, like you said, Tyrone's good with squeaking by with decisions. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone's good enough. He's good enough. I mean, he does enough to keep the belt. You know, which some people frown on that. You know what I'm saying? But some people think it's kind of smart. But
You see, I don't hold
I'm
it
just
against
trying.
him in the Maya fight because he did tear his labrum in that first round.
Yes.
And then people said the second Stephen Thompson Tyron Woodley fight was boring. I mean, it was, but it was very technical.
Yes, it was.
I just hate when people say things are boring.
Yeah, like boring how? Like that you can't just say that.
Well, I think that people say that fights like that are boring because they're used to seeing like the I guess the view of mixed martial arts and UFC and Bellator is people want to see blood, people want to see knockouts, people want to see people hurt, but they don't really know the sport. They don't really know what they're watching. I think that's why a lot of people say that fights like that are boring. I was on the edge of my seat. I was on the edge of my seat both fights.
Oh yeah, me too. Like as soon as someone makes a mistake, it's over. So you just want to see who's gonna commit to that first. It was insane.
See, I was like that with the Till Wonderboy fight.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, and then now the Maya fight, the Damian Maya fight was a little boring because I mean, Damian Maya is just not the type of person that is going to engage. That he can't really engage in a stand-up fight because he tires quickly. Like his thing is. Like it's crazy because you know a lot of fighters say that the grappling portion of it is what tires them out, but with Damian Maya it's the complete opposite. It's the striking that tires him out, and
Yeah.
he absorbs a lot of damage when he's on his feet too.
Yeah, if he doesn't get that first initial like takedown, after that he slows down so much. It's insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what do you think is? What do you guys? Speaking of Damian Maya, what do you guys think is next for Damian Maya? Do you think he retires? You know.
I think he needs a fight he can win and then retire.
Yeah, I think someone like Damian Maya with the career and the respect that Damian Maya has, I really do believe that Damian should go out on a win. And and he's definitely a Hall of Famer if you ask me.
I think he's got a chance to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you guys think? So decisively, official predictions. Who do you think wins the Woodley Till fight?
I think Till
Woodley-
gets him by decision.
Woodley KO. Round
what is-
3 or
so
4.
what is that? So where does that put Kobe Covington?
I think he fights to win.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think Kobe should fight Stephen Thompson?
Well, there was a
I
rumor
know.
Colby was going to fight Usman, and now it's Usman versus RDA.
Yeah. Now that's gonna be an interesting matchup.
I think Usman finishes him.
I think RDA finishes Usman.
Well, see, and the thing with RDA, man, I was really pulling for. I wasn't pulling for anybody in the Covington RDA fight, but I really thought that RDA would beat Kobe Covington.
I was there live. Disappointed me. RDA did not fight. He should have. Way too emotional.
Yeah. Yeah.
I picked Kobe Covington the day before the fight. I had RDA leading up to it, but when I saw him weigh in and just how massive Kobe was, and the wrestling that like the same that Tony Ferguson used, I knew Kobe was gonna beat him.
I had RDA with a 4th round TKO.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, and Kobe look. I mean, and as much as a lot of people don't like Kobe Covington, I take my opinion out of it when I say this, but he looked pretty good in that fight.
He did. See, the way the fight was going, I thought my prediction was going to play out. But Kobe just didn't. I thought the way the fight was going, it was going to be, my prediction was going to come true. But Kobe did not tire.
Yeah, no, he didn't, and I was kind of shocked by that, to be honest. But just to me, I think that Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Like Kobe talked way too much crap, man. Like he talked way too much crap leading up to fighting Tyron Woodley, man. And and then pulled out of the fight. I mean, what do you guys think about him pulling out of the Woodley
I
fight?
mean, I kind of get it because he did get surgery, but it wasn't required surgery. He didn't need it. The UFC told him not to do it.
Right.
So I mean, that part is like, what are you doing? You know you have this fight, and then he doesn't go through with it because he has a sinus surgery.
Right.
But I mean, I get it because he did have the surgery, and he said he would be ready in November. It's not like he said no. He just said not right now.
Right. And Woodley needs a fight. Like Woodley.
And Woodley also said he would fight RDA at whatchamacallit, the summer thing that they do.
Oh yeah, because he said when
International Fight Week.
Yes.
When RDA
He said he would fight
Kobe,
RDA.
Yeah. It was going to be a month later, and then they had the interim belt for like really no reason.
Yeah, and what do you guys think about? I mean, what is the importance that you guys of the interim belt? Do you think the interim belt really holds? I mean, the way they've been doing the interim belt here lately, you know, with Tony Ferguson being stripped of the belt and Kobe Covington being stripped of the belt. What are your thoughts on the idea of the interim belt?
I don't want to say I'm a fan, but if it's used in the correct situation, it's okay.
Yeah. Before the Kobe and Tony thing, they were valued a lot more.
Yes.
Like when Verdum had his.
Yes.
Or when Renan Barão had his, Renan Barão defended it twice.
Yes, he did.
Now it doesn't mean anything because you don't even know if you're guaranteed a shot at your next fight.
I just feel like it was kind of rushed with the, you know, when they announced that Kobe and RDA was fighting for the interim belt. It just kind of seemed like it was spur of the moment. Like I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, did any of y'all get that?
Woodley didn't. He defended his belt 3 times the year before.
And he said he was going to be ready a month later.
Yeah. So I mean, I just feel like it was. I just feel like that was kind of rushed. It was just kind of like, let's do an interim belt just to do it. You know, I don't think it really had any significance. Now, I agree with them stripping Kobe Covington because that belt really didn't mean anything because it was kind of just put together. But I really do not agree with them stripping Tony Ferguson. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, no. If they were gonna do it, the way you do it is that if the champion is stripped, then the interim champion becomes a disputed champion like Robert Whittaker.
Yes. Yeah,
and then just stole that from him.
Go ahead.
But the issue was Tony got injured too.
Before. I mean, Tony was injured after. It was decided that when Tony and Khabib stepped in, Conor would be stripped. But it should have made Tony the undisputed champion.
Yes, but then Tony also got hurt right away too.
Yeah, so it worked out for the UFC. But if it would have went down according to plan, it would have been weird.
Tony should have been then, yes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that, you know, Tony getting injured wasn't his fault, you know. And it wasn't a baby injury. That was a real injury. Like, I mean, Tony got injured pretty bad from tripping over a wire.
And he's coming back really fast.
Do y'all think that it's too early for him to come back?
I personally do.
Yes, I do too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's way too early.
Look at what happened to Rocky. Look at what happened to Rocky Pennington. You know, I think it was a little early. I think Rocky was probably jumping the gun just a little bit, and she got kicked. Amanda kicked her a couple of times in the leg, and she went down.
Oh yeah, that was the first round. It was early.
Amanda's a freak of nature.
She is. I mean, what do you think is up with that, though? Speaking of the bantamweight division, man, what do you think is up with Amanda Nunes? Do you see any bantamweights defeating Amanda Nunes?
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think Pena.
You know,
I think she's got what it takes.
I think Juliana Pena is a real threat to Amanda Nunes because we all know that a grappling match, when Amanda Nunes is engaged in a grappling match, she gasses. And
Juliana will not.
Yeah, you saw the way she was pushing on Val.
Yeah, I mean, she gave. I mean, you know, and the thing about Juliana Pena's loss to Valentina Shevchenko, y'all know where that's gonna lead, but we're gonna get to that later. The thing with the win over the loss to Valentina Shevchenko, I just believe that it wasn't the fact that Valentina was so good on the ground. I just believe that Juliana Pena was not expecting anything from Valentina when it came to the ground, and Valentina kind of caught her slipping. You know what I'm saying? What are
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
thoughts on
yeah. See,
that?
I have the same thing. If they fight again, I think Juliana is the better grappler. But yeah, she wasn't ready for Shevchenko's guard, and when she threw that arm up, she had no idea what to do and panicked.
Yes. And that's not taking anything away from Valentina. Valentina has seven at the time. She has 6 submissions on her record. So that's not taking anything away from Valentina Shevchenko. But in terms of grappling, I would give the advantage on the ground to Juliana Pena, most definitely, most definitely. So okay, so my next question for you guys is what about this whole Stipe DC Brock Lesnar triangle thing going on?
Well,
Y'all talk
first
about that.
off, I'm still upset with the DC in that fight. He
Uh
poked
oh.
Stipe in the eyes multiple times.
Do you think that was a way for him to kind of gain an advantage over Stipe because he knew what kind of fighter Stipe was?
Personally, I do. Because Stipe was winning that round.
Yeah, he was. He was. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Taylor.
yeah. I mean, he did poke him in the eyes, but I still think DC wins that fight.
I don't disagree, but it would have been a different outcome.
No, it would have, because Stipe was winning that round, and then he got caught. But he got caught like right after he got poked in the eyes. But
Right? It was a
DC,
poke, a
yeah,
jab, and then a clinch.
DC is a natural heavyweight, and he put his career on hold for Cain Velasquez. He would have ran that heavyweight division forever, but he went down for Cain and then got involved with John Jones. But I think Daniel Cormier can beat John Jones at heavyweight.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game at heavyweight, I think, because
That's interesting.
because DC has to cut so much weight to get to 205.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that takes a lot out of somebody. Now, in this, at heavyweight, he doesn't have to cut weight. He doesn't have to cut a lot of weight at least. But
I don't think he cuts at all.
yeah, I don't think he cut it all. But cutting the 205 for a big ass man like Daniel Cormier, I mean, I just think that drained him. And John Jones is such a physical specimen. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna recover a lot better, a lot softer than DC, in my opinion.
So DC cuts about 40 to 50 pounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you see him returning to light heavyweight?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
I think DC trying to rack up as much money as he can right now.
Oh, easy.
I think he's trying to rack it up right now. Before he retires.
He deserves it.
Do you think someone at his age can manage to defend the belt at 2 weight classes?
If anyone can do it, it's going to be Daniel Cormier.
I just don't think it would be because two's far apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would depend on when he fights. If he can fight Brock, if he can fight Brock in like March and then can fight in 205, like December-ish, I think he could do it. But it would depend on the timing of it. What he need to cut and then get back up. Because Brock Lesnar's huge.
But who's there to fight for a light heavyweight?
So he was calling out like Corey Anderson and Shogun. I think he's looking for just an easy fight, an easy title defense, and then can just jump back up to heavyweight where he doesn't have to try really that hard to be in it.
Corey Anderson is no joke.
Yeah, but he ain't no match for DC.
No. He could stop the wrestling, but I don't think he could handle him on the feet.
And I thought Volkan was going to give DC some problems. That first round was
pretty
competitive, and then DC just whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what do you? I missed that last part, y'all. My audio cut out. Were y'all talking about how the fight with Brock Lesnar will go?
Well, we'll talk about that, and then if when DC said he wants to come to 205, he's looking for an easy fight. That's why he called out Shogun and Corey Anderson.
Well, what do you think about? How do you think the fight will go with Brock Lesnar if they make that fight happen?
You know, I want Brock to win just because I don't like DC. No reason behind it. But my prediction, DC's going to destroy him.
Oh yeah, DC is gonna destroy him. It's not even gonna be close.
He's going to knock him out.
Okay, so all right, let's check the live chat, guys. Let's see what the live chat is saying. Who is this? Survival of the Fittest says, "Is there a link to join the discussion?" Survival of the Fittest, you're just gonna have to drop your comments and your thoughts in the live chat, man, because I don't have your Gmail for one, and for two, I do not know who you are. So, but how do you think Brock, if DC could beat Brock Lesnar, how do y'all think Brock Lesnar? I mean, how do you think DC would have to beat Brock Lesnar?
I think it'd be similar to when he beat Vulcan. He hurts him on his feet, gets him kind of dazed, dumps him on his head, and then just beats him.
I personally don't think it's going to play out on the ground much.
I think it'll be similar to what Kane did, just with a little more stand-up.
I can see that.
Like where he doesn't go to the ground with him unless he knows he can finish him.
Yeah, because there's gonna be like a significant size, you know.
Oh, yeah. Brock's huge.
Significance. Yeah, but I mean, Brock is susceptible to the submission, though. I mean, Frank Mir did submit him.
And yeah, I don't know how recovered is that body. I know that he's taken some years off, but he hasn't taken live damage to that body in years.
Yeah, absolutely. And he had was it diverticulitis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's and he looked horrible his last trip to the Octagon. I mean, he looked.
His fight with Hunt.
Yeah.
I thought he looked good.
I mean, he just wrestled Mark Hunt. Anyone can wrestle against Mark Hunt.
Well, considering how long he was off.
Champion? Doesn't matter. He's still a national champion.
Oh,
and it was Mark Hunt.
But Mark Hunt isn't, you know, he's not his body type is not the type of body type that is good, especially like off of his back. You know what I'm saying? Stipe did it. And he's 40. And Brock Lesnar failed his drug test. You needed steroids to wrestle Mark Hunt? But if Brock Lesnar lands on top of DC, I mean,
he ain't getting up.
Yeah, I mean, DC can be the best.
You got to get there first, though.
Yeah, you got to get off of. Yeah, that's true. He's got to get there first.
So if Brock can get him down, I just don't think DC's gonna be able to get up underneath that monster.
Brock's already had 3 drug tests.
Good. They should be waiting at his house every morning. He should have his breakfast, his drug test, and then training.
Every day.
Man, this is wild. This open discussion is turned out to be wild, man. So we're gonna move down from heavyweight to light heavyweight. Guys, what do you think about Alex Gustafsson? What do you think is next for Alex Gustafsson?
I want to see him fight OSP, but OSP's booked.
That would be a good fight.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing about Alex, though, and I forgot which one called him out. I don't know if it was DC or if it was John Jones, but somebody said to him, you know, you run your mouth a lot for a guy whose best fights were both losses. I mean, that's a cut below the knees.
I think that was John Jones who said that.
I think it was.
Man, that was below the knees.
That was.
I mean, that was a low blow. I mean, but those two fights were really entertaining fights, though.
Yeah, did they watch the cover to Sharon fight? He looked amazing.
Right?
Yeah, he did.
But the Glover is.
But yeah, I remember when he was most famous for just saying like he might have beaten John Jones. He could have. He was right there.
Speaking of Glover, he had pulled out of his fight.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Who was he supposed to be fighting again? I forgot about
Jimmy Manua.
Oh.
I want to see Corey Anderson get that rematch.
Oh yeah, because Manua slept him.
3rd round too. He was losing.
It was awesome. Yeah, I hate Corey Anderson.
Oh, I love Corey.
Beast in 25-8. Like, shut your mouth.
The nickname is terrible. Overtime.
It's almost as bad as No Time.
Hey,
No time.
Hey,
I like to call Volkan Hands of God.
Yeah, I just call it the Vulcan Death Touch.
Uh-oh.
So while we're talking Volkan, him versus Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Oh, I love Anthony Smith, but I think Vulcan takes him.
I do too. That's a fight though.
Oh yeah, that's a war.
I think
That's more than a
Volkan's gonna
war.
be too powerful, too strong.
That boy better work on some wrestling.
Volkan, oh god.
Yeah.
He was training with Rockhold for a while.
Yeah, but Rocco's training with him for his standing. I don't know how much
Yeah.
grappling they were doing.
He should have
I mean,
been
but
working
who-
with Rockhold on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, but who should really be training with Luke Rocco? I mean, Luke Rocco
Nobody.
has no chin. I mean, he has no chin. I mean,
I wouldn't
come
say
on,
he has
man.
no chin. It's just terrible defense.
It's like
I would say
Justin
weak
Gaethje.
chin.
I mean, but he has taken some damage though. I mean,
Oh
he has
yes.
been- he has taken some real damage for someone with the demeanor that he acts, that he has.
Oh yeah.
Who thinks he's so, thinks he's the greatest to ever
Thinks he's
do
God's
it.
gift to Earth.
Absolutely. So I
Him
gotta
versus
ask-
Weidman too.
Oh, I hope Weidman does what
Same.
Luke Rocco did to him at 199. Just takes him
Yep.
down and pounds him out.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be nice to see. So I got a question for you guys. Once again, guys, if you are not following 1UPMMA, or if you are not if you're not subscribed to MMA Freaks on Facebook, go do it now, guys. I mean, this is where it's at. I mean, we're talking up some really good topics here tonight, guys. But I want to ask my fellas this, and guys, any minute now, Brad will be popping in, so get ready for Brad. He's coming in. But what do you guys think about Paulo Costa?
Oh, he's fighting Romero.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second.
I think he's a beast. But I don't think he has what it takes to beat Romero.
Woo! The fireworks about to start.
Oh no. Paulo Costa's gonna knock him out.
Oh,
No.
man.
Yoel's going to be
Did
too
you not-
explosive.
What I see
Man,
now cannot be stopped.
Man.
Uriah Hall was lighting him up.
And then he got knocked
Uriah
out.
Hall. Yeah,
This is
Uriah
true.
Hall, Uriah Hall was definitely lighting
And
him
that was
up.
a good fight, but then that boy went to sleep.
He did.
When Paulo Costa started swinging, when he started swinging those hooks, man. I mean,
Those body
did you-
shots.
did you guys see the torque behind that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I
His
was like,
uppercuts to the
wow.
body.
Oh man, I mean that was insane, and I gained a whole lot of respect for Paulo Costa in that fight.
Oh, yeah. I knew Costa would win that one, but
Yeah, me too.
But it
But I
was-
didn't think it was going to be a war. I think it was going to be a walk.
No.
He was going to walk over it.
I thought he was going to KO him in round one.
But to see him do someone like Uriah Hall like that was an eye opener.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
I mean, absolutely, because Uriah Hall is he's a tough competitor in that division.
Yes, he
you know?
is.
And I mean, the middleweights better watch out, and honestly, I believe that if Paulo Costa, I mean, because when you see Paulo Costa versus Yoel Romero, to me, I see power versus power.
Oh, yeah.
I see
Explosiveness
power-
versus
Yes.
pure athleticism.
Yes, I see power. I see power versus speed. You know what I'm saying? Yoel Romero has the speed.
He possesses both.
Yeah, he does. He has the speed and the power. But if he can get past, if Paulo Costa can get past Yoel Romero,
It's title
and
shot.
and he challenges Robert Whitaker. Robert Whitaker better really be careful when he steps in there with Paulo Costa, man.
Nah.
Now, let me say this.
Robert Whitaker's going
Uh-oh.
to beat him all.
I'm curious as how Yoel's going to handle the size of Costa.
That's a
He's
good
not
question,
fighting,
man.
not used to fighting bigger guys.
Right. That's a good question, That is a good question. I wonder, but I mean, he can't let Paulo Costa open up. I'm sorry, Brandon, what were you saying, man? You were saying something before I cut you off, dog. Go ahead.
No, I was just curious about the size difference.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be. He can't. And I mean, he just can't let Paulo Costa land flush. Survival of the fittest says, "I'd like to see Yoel Romero go up to 205 and fight DC."
I would too.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see that. But DC said he wouldn't do it while Yoel Romero was coming off a loss.
I mean, yeah, because I mean DC's a champion.
I get
man.
it,
You can't
but
risk.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a good fight, but I don't think it's time for that fight yet. I think the
No.
window for that fight is past. If there even was a window for that fight to happen.
It's crazy.
It really
they're
wasn't.
They're both almost 40.
Yeah.
And look how different they are.
And they still look in their
Physically,
prime.
Yeah, physically, even in their careers, they're just nowhere near each other. It's weird.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's just too far of a gap, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
So, and a lot of people were speculating, you know, well, I was speculating. I believe that, you know, that someone like Paulo Costa could beat Israel Adesanya. Drops the mic.
Oh no, yeah, I like Israel Adesanya. I think he's gonna destroy Derek Brunson. But what a Cena, people don't understand. That boy is strong, and he can grapple too. People think that's his weak point, but I mean, he'll probably get tired, but he has the skill to do it, to get back up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Brunson KOs Adesanya.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Oh.
Derek Brunson's famous for being knocked
Oh,
out.
he won't, but I want it. Let a man dream.
This is great. This is great. I love this, man. Guys, I'm glad we came up with this idea. This is great. So you think that Adesanya KOs Brunson?
Oh yeah.
I think that happens, but I want Brunson to KO him.
Yeah, I didn't believe in Israel Adesanya until he beat Brad Tavares.
Same.
I thought he was overhyped. He
Same,
was fighting guys that weren't that good. Then he beat Brad Tavares like that. And I was like, oh.
Oh yeah. I thought Tavares' wrestling would have been too much.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna submit him late.
But I do want to see Adesanya versus a real wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tavares is a good wrestler, but not a real wrestler.
I want to see. Uh-oh. Brad's in the building.
Shit!
Oh boy.
Hey! What's up, fellas?
My no filter MMA brother is in the building. What's up, man?
I made it, guys. I rushed home and just kind of enjoying this little blunt real quick.
That a guy.
I popped 2
So
edits before I did this.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I had nothing. I had nothing.
Okay. I got a question for you, Brad. This is what we're talking about. So we're talking about Paulo Costa, Israel Adesanya, and Yoel Romero. What's up?
Ooh.
You know me, man. I like Paulo Costa, and I believe Paulo Costa is going to beat Yoel Romero, and I believe that he's fully capable of beating Israel Adesanya. A lot of people are saying Israel Adesanya. People are saying that Israel Adesanya is too technical for him, but I mean, it's not always about how technical you can be. I mean, look at Rose.
You get caught up in a brawl.
Exactly.
Here's my thing, right? Paulo Costa and Israel Adesanya are the future, right?
Yes.
Right now, as we speak, neither one of them could get past Yoel Romero.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Yoel is.
Wow.
You guys are. Yoel's wrestling is just on another level, man. A lot of people.
You just don't
sleep
see
on
it much.
Right, because he knocks guys dead a lot of times. But
He's an Olympic silver medalist.
well, if you guys think about the 2 Robert Whittaker fights, right? Those are pretty much the last 2 fights where he struggled to get a takedown. Whittaker's a beast with his takedown defense, you know?
Oh, God. His takedown defense is ridiculous.
That's my boy.
I wouldn't put Costa and Adesanya's wrestling defense in the class of Whittaker. Not yet. Not until they're tested by true wrestlers.
That's what I was saying. I want to see Adesanya versus a real wrestler.
Yeah. Yep. So I think those guys are the future, but they're not ready for Yoel, man.
Well, Yoel's got 2 years left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yoel, 2 years left. You know, probably going on the other side of his prime is still better than 90% of that division.
He's better than everyone except for Robert Whittaker.
Right, and you could arguably say that he won that last fight with Whitaker.
Nah.
I was there live. I don't think so. When I first watched it, I thought it was I was there. I thought it was a draw. I rewatched it and I thought Whitaker won clear.
I thought that was worst case scenario, man. I just think the knockdowns, the pressure he was putting on Whitaker, and I understand Whitaker was landing his leg kicks and he landed some good shots on Romero. But man, Romero nearly finished that fight on 2 or 3 different occasions.
Yeah, I thought it should have been a draw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Worst case scenario, it should have been a draw.
Right.
I can see that.
He definitely wobbled Whitaker, and when he wobbled Whitaker, that fight was razor close to being over with.
Multiple times. Not only did he wobble him, he knocked him down too, bro.
Yeah, I mean Whitaker is tough. So I
Yeah,
mean Whitaker
Tough as
proved
hell.
in that fight I believe Whitaker proved why he is the champion, and he showed that whole division, and he showed that whole division that you're gonna have to really put me away to get me out of there, you know.
But let me ask you guys something real quick, right? So while we're on that subject, right? So you see how Whitaker got those two decisions against Romero, just being technical landing kicks, nothing too devastating, right?
Right.
And then you look back at, let's say, Mighty Mouse and Cejudo, right? Almost identical fights, except Mighty Mouse or Cejudo really weren't significantly hurt, right? But my whole point of this is how inconsistent the judging in MMA is. It's absolutely ridiculous. Because those fights are almost carbon copies of each other, except they gave Cejudo the decision in that fight, and then
the difference is Cejudo took him down.
Yeah.
But what did he do with that takedown? You guys do know he landed 3 of 13 takedowns.
Yeah, the judging is flawed.
Here's the thing with that. He landed more than that unofficially, but Mighty Mouse just rolled through most of them.
That's what I'm saying. So he popped up right away every time.
But
he didn't do anything with those takedowns.
But he didn't give the credit for those takedowns either.
Right. Well, he didn't pass guard and he didn't threaten any submissions. You know what I'm saying? And Mighty Mouse was outscoring him on the feet easily, just with leg kicks alone. But let alone look at their faces after their fight, and Mighty Mouse didn't even have a scratch on his face.
But I believe that Henry Cejudo tested, when it comes to that fight, Henry Cejudo tested. The only person I've really seen test Demetrius Johnson was, what's his name? Tim Elliott.
Dominic Cruz.
Tim Elliott.
Dominic Cruz, dog.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz. Yeah, Dominic Cruz. Yeah, Dominic Cruz
beat him first. Yeah.
Before it was
but
cool.
But the way
you guys are forgetting the first Uncle Creepy Mighty Mouse fight too.
Yep.
Uncle Creepy had him full mounted and was smashing him in those final rounds.
That's DJ's issue is the bottom.
Yeah.
So why do you think that? Do you think that the UFC was just pretty much ready to see a new flyweight champion?
I can see it.
I mean,
It was the
guys. Here's the thing, right?
They need somebody new to market.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys got to think about this aspect too. The UFC doesn't pick the judges. The commission picks the judges. So whether the UFC wanted him to lose or not, it's really irrelevant, because at the end of the day, it's what those judges are seeing. They're putting boxing judges to judge MMA. That makes absolutely no sense.
I was going to say I disagree with completely.
Right. That model has to change.
I could be a better judge.
That starts with the commissions, The commissions need to get former UFC. I think it should be former and legendary type fighters should be judging these fights.
Like Matt Serra.
Matt Serra is a perfect example. Matt Hughes is another one. Guys who understand the game,
Yeah, Frank Trigg referees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Frank Trigg.
Yep.
He refs.
And
So
then
we gonna go ahead. No, go ahead. Man.
Ricardo Almeida is also a judge up in New Jersey.
There you go.
Yeah.
Another former UFC fighter.
So let me ask, okay, so we're gonna move on to the next topic, fellas.
Go ahead.
I got a question for y'all. What do you guys think is next for Eddie Alvarez after losing to Jeremy Stevens? I mean, yeah. after
I
losing to
think
Jeremy
he
Stevens.
gets
Not Jeremy
re-signed.
Stevens,
There's more money.
who did he just lose to?
Dustin
My mind-
Poirier.
Dustin Poirier. Yeah. So what do you think is next? Do you think he's gonna go to Bellator? We're hearing that, and he was the former Bellator champion. So
I think he stays with the UFC because of more money.
Facts.
I think he goes back to Bellator because he can make more money for sponsorships.
Okay, I forget about sponsorship.
go ahead, Brad.
That's a good point. The sponsorship money is better in Bellator, but the notoriety that he'll get with the UFC and his legacy will be, more cemented.
I just feel like he wants to finish in the UFC.
Yeah. He's a former UFC champion. He's won the title in multiple organizations, but the UFC ultimately on your resume is what makes you, a legend of the sport, or considered a legend of the sport.
Yep.
Yeah. Khabib versus Conor.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one.
Oh, man.
The fireworks
really
are starting now.
Let's let the fireworks really start. That's right, Brendan. Let's go.
Conor McGregor.
Okay.
Connor,
Connor,
Conor, baby. Conor,
What?
here's my thought.
Second round.
Okay, I want to hear all your guys' predictions, and I'll give you guys my take.
Okay.
I'll go
Taylor.
first.
Go
Taylor?
ahead, Brandon.
Oh.
My bad, Brandon. Go ahead, man.
No, it's okay. Khabib's got great wrestling, but it's against the cage. He's got to push Conor forward, and Conor's got amazing movement. Khabib shoots in space, and it's not that good. I see him shooting in space and getting slapped with a hook.
Ooh. I don't know, fellas. I mean, go ahead, Taylor. Nope. Go ahead, Taylor.
I think I'd say every fight starts in the feet, and Khabib's his striking is. Everyone said it looks better, but it doesn't. He just comes forward, he swings hooks to try to get you against the cage. Conor's not going to be there.
No.
He's going to slip and rip and just keep tagging him and knocks him out in the second.
Everybody knows what he wants to do.
Okay, but let me.
I got him the first.
Let me throw this wrench at y'all. Okay.
Go ahead, BJ.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has been very active. He's been very active. Conor McGregor has not been active. And okay, so I understand what you guys are saying about, Khabib shooting at distance, but what if Conor doesn't land? What if Conor doesn't land that hook? What happens? What happens?
I just think Conor's movement's too much.
What if Khabib manages to wrap Conor McGregor up?
See, here's the thing. If you rewatch Conor Nate 1, Nate took him down, and Conor, he reversed him and got into full mount. He swept him.
Yes.
And he was in full mount and threw some good strikes.
Okay.
And he is now a brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
One question for you, Brandon.
Yo.
Is Nate Diaz Khabib Nurmagomedov?
Yeah, I was going to say no.
God, no.
Not even close.
No.
If that's Khabib with the takedown, Conor's not getting
That's a
back
different
up.
story.
But
Right.
Khabib's only fought 2 top 10 opponents his entire career.
Who?
Edson
Iaquinta and
Barboza.
Johnson.
Edson Barboza was 3rd. And then
Yeah, Michael Johnson was top 5 at the time.
Michael Johnson was lighting him up.
Michael Johnson was ranked 11 at the time.
When he fought
Edson
Khabib?
Barboza? Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Was he?
No, he was higher than that.
I think he was like 7.
Yeah, he was, bro.
He was up
He was-
for a year.
He was inside the top 10 for sure. He was inside the top 10 for sure. Because think about it. Guys, think about it. He was number 5. Michael Johnson was number 5 when he fought Gaethje.
That's true, he was. So
he had to be inside the top 10.
He's fought Michael Johnson and Edson Barboza.
Yeah, because you can't consider Iaquinta.
I mean, I think Iaquinta was ranked 11.
Yeah, he was. No, I'm just saying, but Iaquinta, he can beat some of those guys in the top 8, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the screen, fellas. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that on the screen? Can my viewers, can y'all see that picture of Khabib?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
y'all
we
see
can.
that?
Guys, I
Bear
think
man. I'm a big Khabib fan as well.
all I can say is I just see Khabib closing the distance on Conor, man. All he's got to do is wrap that lead leg up, and it's over.
He's got to get that leg.
Yep.
That's true. He does. That's true.
I just think Conor being off for so long and his last fight being a boxing
Factors.
match.
I think it helps.
Into it, man.
Yeah, I think it helps.
Khabib-
Khabib's in there getting beat up.
Connor's taking time off from big fights.
Khabib hasn't really been touched like that.
No. I mean, Michael Johnson tagged him up, but then he beat his ass.
And that was
for 10
it.
Minutes. But I mean,
Khabib never lost a round in his life.
But
Go ahead, Taylor, what was you saying?
He's just been getting hit. I'm not saying he's been beat, but he's been taking punches that Conor has.
Yeah.
It,
I mean,
it
He can't
may
play
not be
around.
They're not
He can't play around with those guys. He can't play around with Conor like he did with those other guys.
I think boxing, what was it, 9-10 rounds of Floyd is going to help.
But what? That was a year ago. Was that a year ago?
Yeah, but he's been training ever since.
We think he's been training. Remember, he had a baby.
True.
I don't know, guys. This is kind of up in the air, you know. I just see, you
But
know,
it is Conor. I can see Conor landing a fucking sneaky
I see
ass
it going
left hand and
one of two
just
ways.
some shit.
Do you
I'll say
think
this.
Khabib- Go ahead.
I can't make a prediction until I see the build-up, because then you can really see if he's getting a Khabib or not, if he's gonna get Khabib off his game or not. The build-up is key. The build-up
Khabib's used
is
to
key.
being that guy.
Yep. If Khabib is serious and just deflects all of Conor's trash talk, it's over for Conor, because then that motherfucker it's personal for Khabib.
It is.
So do you think a left from Conor can sleep Khabib?
I don't know
I think
about
it'll be
sleep
volume.
clean, but I think it could drop him.
Yeah,
I don't know. We've never seen Jose Aldo get slept clean either, and he slept his ass clean.
But Khabib, Aldo,
He could definitely sleep Khabib.
What'd you say, Taylor?
I don't think it can be in one punch. I think it'll be like Eddie Alvarez, where it's just like a volume. But it'll be in a shorter amount of time.
Like a TKO.
Yeah.
I could see volume, but I also see him just landing a perfect counter.
But yeah, say that one sucked Aldo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody slept Aldo.
Yeah.
And he was undefeated for what, 8 years?
Aldo, I didn't.
By the time they fought,
10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew Conor was legit, but
That put him on a
Aldo
jet
like that?
right there. Yeah. 13 seconds, bro. When Aldo has a 7-second knockout his damn self via flying knee.
right?
So, yeah. That put him on that tier. It's crazy. And you still haven't seen Aldo been slept like that since. And he's fought killers. Even Holloway beat him twice. Holloway didn't sleep Aldo like that.
No, it was he beat him down with volume.
It was a culmination, right? A volume.
What do you guys think about Aldo beating Stevens? Do you think?
I was so happy for that guy.
I did not see it going like that.
Yeah, I picked.
I will say this. I gotta give BJ his props. BJ was the only one in our group chat that picked Aldo.
Good for BJ.
Yeah, BJ saw that shit from a mile away. I thought Aldo was gonna lose, man. I thought Stevens was gonna get him.
I like Jeremy Stevens. I have nothing but respect for Jeremy
Same.
Stevens, but Jose Aldo. I mean, look who Jose Aldo lost to, though.
Right.
Max Holloway and Conor.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Look who
Two of the
Jose
best
Aldo lost to.
featherweights of all time.
Which
Who
I
did
need to
you-
see that rematch.
Brandon,
Yeah.
how did you think that fight was going to go with Stevens and Aldo?
I had Aldo by decision.
Yeah, I'd Aldo by decision.
Ooh.
I thought he was going to fight smart and technical, like he did
I
against
had-
Frankie.
I
How
had
did you
Stevens
see it?
by
How did you
KO
see
in
it,
the
Brad?
second. I had Stevens by KO in the second, but when Aldo knocked him
Aldo's
out,
chin.
I'm not gonna lie. I jumped up like a little girl. I was so happy.
Oh
for that guy.
yeah, me too.
Stevens landed some bombs.
because he man, just like looking at him, watching him fight Stevens, I could just remember some of the other wars that he's been in, and you just want to see guys like that.
Oh yeah.
Succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got all the pressure in on the world in his shoulders, and that guy defended his title pay-per-view after pay-per-view, and then to get slut like that and lose your title, and then probably never get his title back, but. That was a big win for him, man.
See, people hate on Aldo because of how many fights that have been pulled out of that he's been involved.
Yeah.
But over half of those aren't even his fault.
Man.
But half of those aren't his fault.
You know what I call him? The Kane. He's got the Kane effect. Cain Velasquez effect, you know, because they're both so great, but injuries shorten half of their careers.
He's not that old.
I think Robert
No, he isn't. That's the crazy part.
I think Robert Whittaker's headed down that same path too.
See, I agree and disagree. I mean, I agree with your statement about him going down like that, but not overtraining. He's injury prone.
Yeah, I think it's just because he happened to fight you on
Guys, right. I think Yoel took some life off of him.
Yoel's a man of steel.
Off his stamina bar, yeah.
Yeah, he was never
Rockhold and Whittaker. Rockhold and Whittaker both said it felt like freaking kicking and punching steel.
Dude, Whittaker is still injured. He filmed The Ultimate Fighter injured. He's not ready to fight till 2019.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Ultimate Fighter, what do you guys think about? And we've done some interviews with a couple of people. We know with Pam Sorensen being one of them, and featherweight legend. I mean, if you guys don't, I'm sure you guys know who Pam Sorensen is. What do you think about? What do you guys think about the UFC choosing these new and upcoming girls? And pretty much, there's only one legit featherweight that they picked, and that was Leah Letson. What do you guys?
That's what I'm upset about. I'm glad they're finally doing that. But they needed more competition. Where's Cindy Dendois?
Exactly, man. Like, where's Cindy? Where's even Elizabeth Phillips, who Leah Letson knocked out? She was there. Jose Cotton was there. I mean, what do you guys think about that? What do you think that the UFC's intentions are with the featherweight division?
They're trying to plan on re-signing Cyborg and just have her run the division with fighting nobodies.
So where does that leave Megan Anderson?
You know, I was not impressed with her versus Holly.
Yeah,
no, I thought it was going to go better.
Me too.
If anybody knows me, I am the biggest Megan Anderson fan.
Oh, I
love Megan. I love Megan too.
I love Megan Anderson, but what she let Megan Anderson, I don't care what anybody says, she let Holly Holm, of all people,
dictate
become
that
a
fight.
grappler.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Megan hurt her in the first round.
Boxer becoming a grappler.
Did you guys see that elbow that Megan landed in the first round though?
And then a knee to follow
that was
up.
Nice.
Yeah,
that was nice.
I mean,
let me tell you.
Go ahead.
That impact was loud.
It was. Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a good one?
Oh, it was flush.
Guys, but how about Holly Holm for being well-rounded though and evolved?
I was saying when she was grappling, like when did she learn to grapple?
Right. Oh, yeah. Greg Jackson should do that.
Cause she let little bitty old Misha just ragdoll her in there.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but Misha is
my girl.
Yeah, I mean,
she keeps coming.
The thing with Misha, I always somehow end up talking about Misha.
Hall of Famer.
I mean, absolutely. Misha, in that fight, you could not have fought a better fight against someone like Holly Holm. Knowing that Misha didn't have the... Yeah, Misha doesn't have the stand-up. Yeah, Misha doesn't have the stand-up. You know, I mean, Misha's had little spurts of success with her stand-up.
She got decent stand-up, but nothing...
All right.
Nothing like Holly.
Holm was lighting her up.
Yeah, absolutely. But that was wild. What do you guys? Speaking of the bantamweights, guys, quick question: what do you guys think about Tanya Evinger versus Ketlin Vieira?
I think Tanya can beat her.
Nah, Ketlin's gonna beat her.
I think Tanya fought Cyborg, so that's gonna help her.
Tanya Evinger is tough, guys.
Yeah,
she
is tough as nails.
Caitlin's the future, man.
Yeah,
I wanted to see her versus Holly.
I mean, if
Caitlyn versus Holly?
Yes.
Oh, that would be a crazy
that
fight.
That would have been a good fight. That would have been a great fight. But
Yeah.
Tanya Evinger, but what do you guys think about? Let me ask you guys this, because this is something that you see happen in the men's divisions a lot. You don't really see this happen in the women's divisions. But Tanya Evinger has never. She's only had one fight in the UFC, and that was at featherweight.
And that was at Cyborg.
Yeah, and against Cyborg, exactly. So to me, that was a win for going 3 rounds with Cyborg. That was a win. For Tanya Evinger.
Oh yes.
Absolutely. But what do you guys think about? Because Ketlin Vieira is possibly one fight away from a title shot. So what do you think that Tanya Evinger coming in and possibly upsetting Ketlin Vieira? And what do you think
that would be
next
huge.
for her? Like a fight with Juliana Pena, or maybe Juliana said she'd be.
I think Juliana should get Holly.
Okay.
I
number one contender.
Yeah. I would like to see Evinger versus Kat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Evinger versus Kat.
Yeah.
Yes, Evinger versus Kat.
Well, I have news about Kat.
Uh-oh.
She has a fight sign. I don't know with who, but she has a fight sign.
Does she really?
Ooh,
I saw it on Twitter a couple weeks ago.
It could possibly be Kat Zingano versus
Holly
Juliana
Holm.
Pena.
No,
she beat Pena.
Yeah.
Pena beat her.
Pena beat her.
Oh, right, Pena. Right. My bad.
Oh, yeah, that
UFC
is right.
200.
That bullshit split, yeah.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Rematch that shit then. Rematch that shit then. Yep.
But did Kat not look amazing against Marion Renault?
I wouldn't say she looked amazing, but she
She
looked
did
way
what she had
better.
to do to win. Yep.
Yes.
And Marion Renault was
Wrestling.
Right?
Go ahead, Taylor. What'd you say?
So Marion Renault was on a tear too. She finished, I think, her last 3 fights, and she put Sarah McMahon in an armbar.
Yeah, but Sarah McMahon beat her up that first round, though.
Sarah McMahon had the same fight 2 fights in a row.
Yep, she sure did.
Renault and then
Ketlin.
Yeah. She was whooping them, taking them down at will.
And then gets tapped.
Yep. And she was an Olympic wrestler.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Medalist, yeah.
She got submitted by Misha Tate.
It's ridiculous.
She got a head. I think Misha finished her with a head and arm choke, if I'm not mistaken. I don't understand how Sarah McMahon with the physique that Sarah, and I've actually met Sarah McMahon in person.
Didn't she get cut?
I don't know. That's a good question. I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
I'm gonna call it though. Kat Zingano versus Holly Holm.
That would be a nice fight too.
Yes,
That would be
I think the winner of Ketlin and Tanya fights Holly.
I think Pena should fight Holly as a number 1 contender.
Oh,
Because who else really is there besides Ketlin?
there isn't anybody. Like, that's the top 5 right there. You know, you throw Tanya Evinger in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Tanya Evinger should have been in the UFC long time ago.
Yeah, she was the Invicta champion.
Absolutely. And so I don't know, man. I mean, it depends on what Holly wants to do. Holly pretty much gets to do what she wants.
She said that she will do either 35 or 45.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about a potential Misha return? It's been floating around lately.
Has it? I don't think so.
It's just had a baby, didn't she?
Yes.
She had a baby,
But she looks
With
phenomenal.
Johnny Nunes.
Yeah, she's in.
But so did Pena. Pena just had a baby, and she looks amazing.
And Misha looks amazing. Like Misha's
both do.
in great shape. Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that she was able to. But when
I saw Pena at 225, and she looked in fighting shape.
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget, Durandamy's gonna fight Raquel.
Let's go, Rocky.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go, Rocky.
Nah, I'm going with my Dutch girl, guys.
Oh,
I gotta go with Durandamy. She's gonna carry Raquel.
no.
She's gonna KO Raquel, bro.
Raquel's gonna TKO her in the 3rd.
Yep, she's gonna piece her up.
What do you think?
Like her boxing.
How do you think that fight goes, Taylor?
I think Raquel Pennington, just returns to form. And
Same.
just uses the boxing combinations, pushes against the fence, and just applies more pressure and pressure.
What do you think?
Range, guys, range and Muay Thai is gonna dictate that fight.
Not run.
That's right.
But Jermaine,
She ran from Cyborg.
She ran from.
Yeah,
Cyborg.
she did.
She ran
Listen,
from
that's my
Cyborg.
country girl. That's my country girl, but she did. She ran from Cyborg. She
At least
did.
you're honest about it.
But she beat the fuck out of Holly for the title. then.
No, Holly won that fight.
No way.
Jermaine tagged her. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Jermaine was
Jermaine.
beat
There should have been a
the hell
point
out of
deduction
her.
too.
Yeah,
Maybe
we-
one time she hit her like.
Jermaine.
She hit her like
was-
3 times after the bell.
I just felt like when Jermaine connected, it was just had more behind it than when Holly.
Yep.
You know? You know, I
Jermaine's
just
a
think
big girl for that division.
She is.
I loved watching that fight.
And
That
I
was a
was
great
That
so,
was a good fight.
I was so fucking excited to see a Muay Thai specialist like Jermaine Durandame fight Cyborg. Like I was so,
Right.
Oh, I know.
yeah,
I
I was so, and, you know, and
Because she's got the range, she's got the speed,
Yeah.
she's got the power. I don't know why she's afraid of her.
She's got
Yeah,
the
and
size.
Cyborg's last Muay Thai fight, she got knocked out.
Right,
Did
there
she?
you go. Yeah, she got beat in the Muay Thai fight.
Oh yeah, it was
By
nasty.
Jarena Bars. Yep, Jarena
Oh,
Joe.
yeah.
Bars. Isn't she doing kickboxing too?
Yes, yes.
She's got like 70 pro fights or some shit.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
an animal. She's an animal. But you know, I'm just excited to see. I want to see Rocky versus. I really want to see Jermaine and Rocky. I really want to see
That's
Nunez.
a good fight.
There's some
I
good
wanna-
female fights out there, guys.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So we're gonna
They're
drop
they're
down.
doing great.
What do you guys
So-
think about? What do you guys think of? Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say about. I spoke with Rose's jiu-jitsu coach earlier.
Oh no.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna get to the strawweights. We're gonna get to the strawweights.
Okay.
I got one more thing to throw at y'all for the bantamweights.
I.
Lena Landsberg versus Yana Kunitskaya.
That's a
Lena
fight.
Oh,
Yana.
that's DJ's fight right there.
Yana took Cyborg's back,
She did. She muscled
Did.
Cyborg in the clinch too.
but she didn't know what to do.
She got hit one time and she just
Oh,
froze.
and it was over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Cyborg's
froze.
just got way too much power.
Lena
Yeah,
Landsberg
and
by
Yana-
decision.
Whoa.
What about
Okay,
Cyborg
y'all-
Nunes?
Ooh,
Oh, Cyborg.
Cyborg. Yeah.
Same.
Cyborg.
Same.
Yeah.
I think
Cyborg.
that's kind of a landslide with Cyborg. I mean, Nunez has the
Same.
Nunez has.
I
the
think
tools,
she
and
beats her by a
Misha-
lopsided decision.
But Nunez has the tools to beat. She has the power. She's definitely got more
She does.
power than she's got more power than Holly. And
Yeah, for sure.
Easy.
I mean, you've seen the way, and it's hard to put Misha away. And you've seen how Amanda put Misha away.
But
Yeah.
Holly was way more technical.
But Amanda Nunes has never been hit by a featherweight.
Oh
She
God.
No.
Well,
She got hurt by Cat.
Well, wait a
Beat
minute.
the shit out of her. Yep.
Wait a minute, guys. Now, if you go back to the Strikeforce days, Amanda Nunes is undefeated at featherweight. She ran from Cyborg at featherweight.
Oh, see.
She did.
Oh,
if you go,
okay, okay.
if you go way back to when, because Amanda Nunes beat Ileana Gomez, and Ileana Gomez is a very tough opponent. And when it was up next, they were gonna make the Cyborg Nunes fight, and Nunes dropped down to 135.
See, I've heard Nunes never wanted to fight her. They were
Yes.
same country, so she didn't want to
Yes.
fight her.
Right.
Exactly. So
And now all of a sudden that her belt's not on the line, she doesn't care.
Nunez is undefeated at featherweight though. So
She's
but
an animal.
She's never faced Cyborg. So, but she can crack Cyborg the way she cracked Ronda and the way she cracked the way she cracked Misha, because she caught Misha early. She knew she had
Yeah,
to
Oh,
take Misha away
easy.
early. And she caught she rocked Sarah McMahon too. You know, so if she can
She gave
land
Cat
a-
brain damage.
she
Literally.
did. Cat,
Mm.
Cat. Well, that
Yep.
brain damage must have done something for Cat, because Cat came back and demolished.
It took her some time, but she talked about it on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did. She did. She
That was
did.
very
And-
insightful.
and she just broke Misha's face in 10 different places, but
Oh yeah. Poor Misha.
but I think Yana Kunitskaya beats Lena Landsberg, because
I think she does by
Lena
decision.
I think Lena's great. Her Muay Thai is great, but Lena's very tentative with her striking. Like, she doesn't throw with a lot of power. She's looking more to kind of clinch you, You know what I'm saying? And I think Yana with the kicks and Yana with the hands, I just give it to Yana.
Yeah.
And plus the grappling aspect of it. Yana's good on the ground, you know. So
Yep.
I think she kind of muscles out Lena Landsberg to be probably for a decision.
Yep.
Next up, Nico Montano.
There it is.
Valentina Shevchenko.
Nico, baby.
Nico,
Chev.
baby.
Chev with a shiv.
So this is the point. This is the for all you freaks, all you MMA freaks that are watching this right now. We got a lot of people in the live chat, right? I mean, a lot
That's
of people
awesome.
are viewing this right now. Lots of people are viewing this. This turned out a lot better than I thought, guys. We're doing this is great.
This is fun. This is fun.
Absolutely. This is for
Love
all you
it.
freaks. You guys hear me. You guys see me post a lot about Nico Montano, and I'm
Oh
gonna
God,
tell you
yes.
guys
Too much.
straight from the horse's mouth. Okay, Brandon. Okay, I hear you. Straight from the horse's mouth. This is why I'm pulling so hard for Nico Montano. When I watched that season of Tough, and I seen Nico Montano and seen that they had her rate, and I knew that Nico had fought Pam Sorensen. I had heard the name before, but I didn't really know much about
Pam
Nico.
beat that ass.
And I seen her claw. I mean, she beat Montana De La Rosa.
That was a good win.
She beat Barb Honchak. You know what I'm
Didn't
saying?
see that coming.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming because Barb Honchak dominated Jillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? I mean that came out of nowhere too.
Didn't
But,
Hanchuk just lose to
Monteferi.
Now,
Rocky? Yeah.
you guys heard that resume, right?
Yeah.
I'm not finished.
Now let's listen to Valentina's resume.
I'm not finished.
Two losses
Wait,
to Amanda
wait a
Nunes.
minute. Wait a minute. Let me
Let
get my
BJ
point.
finish.
Go ahead. Yep, let BJ finish.
This is important. Important.
It is.
I think, and I've seen the way she clawed her way to the top. This is the thing with Nico, and I've seen her beat Monteferi for the championship. This is what I see with Nico. Nico has really good combinations on the feet, for one. She has really good, she has a lethal body kick. And a lot of people are just writing her off because she's so new and her record is so, she doesn't have that many fights, but I think, there's holes in Valentina Shevchenko's game. Valentina Shevchenko has holes. She's prone to sit and wait on you, and you can't sit. You can't sit there and wait on Nico Montano because Nico Montano has really good forward pressure. And if she comes at Valentina, I mean Valentina's a great counter striker, but I just see the drive and the heart of Nico persevering through this fight because she has so much more to lose and so much more to gain. So
I
I'm gonna
can't
let y'all
wait for
talk
September
on that.
8th.
Go ahead, Brandon.
I see all of your points, and I cannot argue. They're very valid. But I just see Val being too much. The experience. She's taking shots from Nunes.
Yes.
Real quick,
Arguably won both.
Brandon, real quick. Can you go ahead and give me Valentina's resume real quick?
Two losses to Amanda Nunes.
No, her first one win is bigger than what this girl's championship win.
She beat Juliana Pena. And she beat
Okay.
Sarah Kaufman. She beat
Holly Holm
And she beat Holly Holm.
She beat Holly Holm. Okay.
very decisively.
And she beat Young Jacek too. So
And beat
Muay
Joanna
Thai.
in Muay Thai.
Twice.
She beat Joanna three
Three
times.
times.
Three?
three
Oh,
times.
three times.
She's beat Joanna
my
three
bad.
times in Muay Thai.
I thought it was two.
And then two razor close losses to Nunes.
It also
Yep.
has never held a UFC championship. Nico Montano.
Which is nuts.
Thank you. She's never. Y'all. People talk about.
September 8th, she
Valentina.
will.
Yes.
People talk about
Sorry.
Valentina like she's undefeated or a former champion or Valentina is a contender. She is a contender.
Always.
She's a
Man.
champ. She's a champ.
She's
always an uncrowned champ.
She's
always
got two
been a
title shots,
contender.
and she lost them by split decision. Razor close decision.
She was the
To the best
Alexander
bantamweight.
She was the Alexander Gustafsson of the bantamweight division.
That's right.
I agree with that.
No way. No way. Gustafson got the shit beat out of him, but I like the enthusiasm.
Was that a good one, Taylor?
That was good, man. She might as well drop to 15 because she ain't winning a belt at 25.
Okay, so how do you see Nico winning it, BJ?
The same way that Amanda Nunes did the second time.
This is
So
what I
by split
I don't
decision,
see it.
you win by split decision.
That's right. Another loss.
Have fun.
Oh my
fun.
god!
Have fun going 5 rounds with Val.
You can't.
It's not going 5. It's not
No.
going 5.
got
Val
it in
finished
2.
turn 1.
I got a
This is the
2.
thing. This is the thing, guys. This is the thing.
Valid
Valentina, when she made her flyweight debut, she fought an undefeated Invicta girl. I mean, come on, guys. She fought Priscilla Cachoeira. Priscilla Cachoeira is garbage.
I don't
You know
care
what?
who she fought.
Priscilla Cachoeira is garbage. Nico would destroy Priscilla Cachoeira. So
Probably.
This is what I'm trying. Why didn't they?
Nico lost to Pam Thornton, bro.
Why didn't they?
That person's not even in the UFC. I love you, Pam. I'm sorry. She's not even in the UFC.
Why didn't they pair Valentina up with one of the tough girls? Why didn't they pair her up with Sarge Eubanks? Why didn't they
Because
pair
she
her up?
deserves a title shot right away.
Because
Sarge
Eubanks was
would
fighting
beat the
Murphy.
Shit out of Valentina.
Bro,
Eubanks would have, yes, absolutely.
Eubanks would have. No.
none of those girls have nothing for Val. It would be a waste of time.
She would.
Val didn't deserve
Sarge would
anything
beat
less than a
Nico.
title shot.
Go ahead, Taylor. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Taylor. One at a time, fellas. One at a time. Go ahead, Taylor.
Okay.
Sajara Eubanks can make weight. She beats everyone in that
Thank
weight
you! Look what he just said, bro! What did I always say about Sajara?
No.
But
She's the
Sajara
one to
has
beat
I
made
think she
weight.
beats everybody but Val.
She beat Lauren Murphy. She
Oh my god, who is Lauren Murphy?
My point is that my point is
Murphy's.
but my
Is
point
what?
is she's made this point that she
It's all
can make
good.
the weight. She can make the weight. She made the weight for the fight with Lauren Murphy. So
But she
Sarge
couldn't make
Eubanks-
weight for the title fight?
But she did not impress me.
For the most important fight of your life, you can't make weight?
Yeah, that sucked.
Okay.
That
She did not impress me versus Murphy.
Why didn't they pair Valentina up against Montana De La Rosa or Rachel Ostovich or Jillian Robinson?
You know what? You know why, BJ?
She would have killed them all.
I'll tell you why. They don't deserve to be in the ring with her. The only thing that she should get in that division is a title fight.
So Priscilla Cachoeira deserves to be in there?
With Val?
Yes.
No.
If she gets a couple more wins under her belt, she does.
But okay, but those girls have UFC wins though. Those 3 girls that I just named.
So does
have
Val.
wins in-
But
Yeah,
you're
but-
forgetting Val's wins. It's in a higher weight class.
No, I'm
Right.
saying Priscilla Cachoeira had never fought in the UFC before.
Yeah, and a win over her.
And that
Okay,
proves
and
nothing.
who did Priscilla beat, BJ? Who did Priscilla beat?
Nobody in the UFC, and you telling me that a win over Priscilla Cachoeira earns her a title shot?
I agree with Brad. Now Valentina should never have to fight. She should have just went right into a title shot.
He just came off of the title fight with Nunes. Why does she have to prove herself in another weight class?
That's a whole nother weight class. What she did in bantamweight doesn't shit on what she did in flyweight.
Oh man, BJ, you
It
know
doesn't
that's
matter.
not.
That's a smack in the head.
I know that's not how it works, but
Guys-
it's the logical way that it should be. What you do in one division should not translate to what you're giving.
Doing
in
another, I get that, but I understand their point of view too, though.
Yeah.
She's already proven herself in the UFC, you know. So why would you give her anything less than a title fight? She's only there to win the title.
I think
Go ahead,
they did
Taylor.
that. I think they did that just so she can say she made 125.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we all knew she was going to fight for a title. I think the UFC did that just to make sure that she definitely could make 25, and that's why she got the title shot off of beating.
They better have
Bro,
slid that chick some cash.
BJ, if Val didn't want to go down to 125, or I should say, if she didn't have the 2 losses to Nunes, she'd be fighting for the 135-pound title right now.
I think that Valentina sees the 125-pound division as a wide open division. I think I believe Valentina thinks that it's going to be an easy road to the title.
Correct.
To get.
Yep.
I wouldn't say easy. She doesn't think it's easy.
That's a much easier road. That's a much easier road than 135.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that Nico Montano presents her own set of problems for Valentina.
Everybody does.
She's a black
Of course,
belt.
it's a fight. Of course.
She's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of people forget that. Nico Montano is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
So is Val, too.
She's going to present her own set of issues, and Valentina's going to have to overcome that. I'm curious to see how this fight goes. I'm rooting for Nico. I really want to see what Nico Montano's game plan is. Her game plan is going to have to be spot on. She can't let Valentina.
She can't make a mistake.
She can't let Valentina dictate this fight, or she'll take it. Valentina sees that opening and she'll run with it. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, I don't know, guys.
But Nico definitely has a shot. Listen, I'm not saying like, oh my God, Nico is trash. She's not. She is the champion. She deserves her respect.
She earned it.
The thing for me, BJ, is when I kind of told you guys this before. When I play back Val's fights in my head, and then I'd go and look at Nico's fights. That's awesome. It's just you just can't compare the two. You've seen Val against much higher level competition, bigger girls than her, and be successful. That's why we all think that Val should win that fight in a landslide.
Yes.
But we have seen in the UFC fighters rise to the occasion. We have seen this.
Oh yeah.
We have seen this, guys. So you know, I don't. What baffles me is why people are not looking at it that way when it comes to Nico versus Valentina. Nico has a shot.
And Nico has
because of his point earlier of who she's fought.
That's all.
Now Nico beats her by decision the same way Amanda Nunes did the second time.
You guys do know that Nico is the biggest underdog in UFC history for this fight too. Vegas thinks this is a landslide also.
Yeah, they said the same thing about TJ Dillashaw.
Nico's not scared. Yeah, they said the same thing about TJ.
No, she's not.
Yeah, but TJ legit. Once he had Dwayne Bang in his corner, it was a wrap, bro. His game went to another level.
He's still never beat Cruz.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. I'm not playing. Can y'all see that?
Nope.
Oh, well.
No.
I thought y'all see it. Do y'all see it
I see Nico's face beat up. But who did he win the title from? Roxanne beat her face up like that? Bro, Val's gonna kill her, man.
Hey, Taylor, what do you see around her arm, though?
That's what I'm saying. That's something Valentina.
A fake belt.
You see the
She's
belt around
holding
her
Val's
arm,
belt. She's holding Val's belt.
Y'all see that around her arm?
Thanks,
Nico.
Keeping it warm.
Okay.
Shining it for Val.
Okay. So my next question. We're gonna wrap it up with this one, guys.
All right.
The strawweight
That's a better
division.
picture.
The strawweight division. What's next? What is up with Tatiana Suarez versus Carla Esparza?
Tatiana wins.
Jessica Andrade next.
After Carla got robbed in that fight with Claudia Gadelha.
Yeah, I thought Carla won that fight too, man.
Carla Esparza won that fight, and they gave that fight.
He beat the shit out of Claudia.
I was so happy Claudia won, but Carla Esparza should have won.
Yeah. Another fight I saw live.
I'm with BJ on this one. Carla got robbed in that fight.
No, she did, but I'm glad Claudia won.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys?
So who should Claudia fight?
Claudia should fight the loser.
She should rematch Esparza.
Yeah.
She could rematch.
But Esparza's got Tatiana.
Yeah.
That's right.
Then can fight Claudia.
I really thought the fight that they should have made the fight that they really should have made should have been Tatiana Suarez versus Mackenzie Dern.
Oh
No.
Oh yeah.
Dern,
I'd be down.
Dern
for
would
that.
die.
No.
Dern would kill her.
No.
Tatiana is legit.
Bro, Dern.
No
Dern
chance.
was
Come on, man.
got her dead, bro.
What you say, Taylor?
BJ, tell him about Dern's hands, bro.
Man, I'm telling y'all, listen. I know a lot of people talked about Mackenzie Dern stand up, but Mackenzie Dern, man, she throws bombs, dog.
Yeah.
She throws bombs.
She's
And
got
when
heat.
And when those bombs land, she's knocking somebody the fuck down.
Look what she did.
Dude, look what dude, she flatlined. Dude, she flatlined Amanda Bobby Cooper, bro. She knocked Amanda Bobby Cooper down with that punch, dude.
She knocked her dead, bro.
Oh yeah.
She
Mackenzie
was
Dern
done.
throws heat.
Yeah, she does.
And see, the thing with Tatiana Suarez, her forte is definitely on the ground.
Yeah, she's
But
all
if
grappling.
She would have to definitely. This is what Tatiana Suarez would be at a loss situation, because if she goes to the ground with Mackenzie Dern, she loses. If she stands on the feet with Mackenzie Dern, she loses. She loses. Period. You know, because Mackenzie Dern's gonna throw those bombs. She's gonna clip Tatiana. All it takes is one clip. And Mackenzie Dern, I mean, she's got the weight problems. Yeah, we know she's got the weight issues. But even when she does weigh in, when she is on weight, she was throwing bombs at Ashley Yoder.
Yeah, and then in Invicta and in LFA, she both made weight and rocked this poor girl in the third round and then choked her out.
Absolutely. You know, and I made the case the other day, guys, and I still stand behind this case. And I believe all of you guys commented on this when I posted it. I believe that if Mackenzie Dern fights her way up and beats everybody they put in front of her, and Rose Namajunas is still the champion, I believe Mackenzie Dern could beat Rose Namajunas.
No, that's just Andrade's division.
I love Mackenzie, but
no.
I don't know, bro.
She getting past Jessica Andrade.
Dude, do you really think Jessica Andrade could muscle out Mackenzie Dern?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
so.
No.
Yes.
She suplexed Claudia Gadelha like 6 times.
Dude, what? But Mackenzie Dern is
huge.
But Mackenzie Dern's big for that division. She's bigger than Claudia.
So is Claudia.
Yeah, Jessica Andrade.
But she's
gonna be that champion.
You think so? You
Yeah.
think she beats Rose?
I think she can beat Rose. I don't think she can beat
No.
Joanna. I don't think she can beat a couple people, but she can definitely beat Rose.
I don't see it.
I think that, well, Rose Namajunas made the case that she would like to engage in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu against Mackenzie Dern. If they happen to get in the octagon, if they happen to get into the octagon together, and she tries to go to the ground,
Mackenzie Dern taps her.
Okay, now Brandon, go ahead and say what you were saying about Rose's Jiu-Jitsu coach that you talked to him. Go ahead, man. I didn't forget about you.
I just interviewed him earlier, and we were talking about Rose and him. He made some points about Rose and Andrade and Carolina and Joanna.
Yep.
Joanna did not look very good versus Tisha. So she shouldn't get a third. No, she shouldn't get a title shot again.
I don't think she should get a title shot, but I thought she looked decent against Tisha Torres.
She looked decent, but she didn't look like herself.
She didn't look like classic Joanna. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep, you're right.
And then Rose just has such amazing footwork.
She does. Yep.
Hey, real
And
quick,
she trains out of a
who's Rose
jiu-jitsu
trained with,
gym.
Go ahead.
A lot of guys.
No, she trains with the next champion, Valentina Shevchenko.
Yep.
Yeah! Double champ!
It's true.
That Jimmy's gonna have 2 women's champs.
I mean, and
Shout out to 303 Training Gym.
Right.
She's gonna have 2 former champs when Jessica Andrade and Nico Montana beat them.
Christ, Rose spars with freaking guys.
You think Jessica Andrade down in Brazil isn't sparring with dudes?
I'm not saying that.
They all spar with dudes.
She's the only female from Brazil.
Oh shit.
Dude, Claudia Gadelha is the only Brazilian female that looks like a female.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd still
besides
let
looking-
Jessica Andrade have my baby, so.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Genetically?
He's the butch in her relationship. Oh.
Yo, if Jessica Andrade was girly, she'd be hot. I think.
Yeah.
If.
It's the
I think
genetics,
she-
bro. Genetics.
the genetics. Dude, you're gonna give birth.
Yeah,
two
she
are gonna-
looks like
you
a
two are
man.
gonna- I was about to say, dude, you two, y'all are gonna give birth to Bruce. Y'all are gonna give birth to Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh.
As long as she's a world champion.
Oh man,
no.
this is hilarious.
This
is
went way
hilarious.
left.
Man, but the bottom line to all of this that we've been talking about, guys, is MMA math never makes sense. It doesn't.
True.
It never makes sense, you know. And there's all it's a either way it goes, accolades out of it, skill sets out of it. When they step into the ring, it's a 50-50 shot. You know? So
That's true.
It's true.
the only thing we can do, guys, is watch. That's it. That's it.
Come
That's the only
right.
thing we can do is watch. And you know, and once again, guys, as we bring this show to a close, our first open discussion episode was a success. I would say it was a success.
It was.
It was a great success. I can't wait to go back and watch it, guys. And I see you, Brad. Another thing too, me and Brad definitely thank you two guys, Brandon and Taylor.
Yes.
Coming from
Thank you,
Taylor
boys.
Taylor coming from 1UPMMA, Brandon coming from MMA Freaks with Nick Patella. We definitely appreciate you guys coming on. We're gonna try to do this.
Anytime.
Dude, I love that group.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that group chat's fire.
Right.
We're gonna try to do this once or twice a month, guys, and we're gonna bring the fire to you. So don't miss out, guys. Next time, Brad, hopefully we can get Liam in here with the accent. You know.
Yeah. The Aussie good. That could
We gotta get the goat in here.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh, we got to get Brady in here, man.
Yep, Brady's the goat.
Absolutely.
Brady,
So-
huh?
I'm sure
yeah,
Nick will be down next time too.
Absolutely.
He just had
Yeah,
work.
I reached out to Nick, so we're good. This thing's only going to get better from here, guys. This is only the first time, so be on the lookout, guys. Once again, we got some great things coming. No Filter MMA, we got some great things coming your way. So everybody, just be tuned in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank Brandon and Taylor. Thank you guys for coming in here.
Yeah.
Brad, of course.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you, Brad.
You know how it is, brother.
And we're going to catch this thing on the flip side, fellas.
All right,
That
boys.
sounds good.
Have a good night.
Peace
All right,
out.
see you guys later.
All right.
Peace, everyone.